Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my first cast of anything ever. Today, we're going to be looking at some Beyond All Reason, one of my new favorite games, and we'll go ahead and get started. We have a 4v4 today, and for Team Blue and other colors, we have Sir William, followed by Contraption. And then we have Schult, one of my personal favorite players. I've played with him a few times. And then we have Alex Clark. And over on the red team and others, we got Skeever Slayer, Redibulus, Wild Sparrow, and Vigitenacious. Alright, guys. Now this is live. We do it live. And we roll with the punches. This could be an awesome game. It could be over in 5 minutes. Either way, should be entertaining. So, we are starting off with vehicles, bots, and bots. A lot of bots on this side makes sense. I mean, it is a pretty flat map, so I don't blame vehicles being the choice for Tenacious. Starting off with two builders, seems like, yes. Builder going to be placing an armed metal extractor. And then gonna follow it up with some energy. Wind, very good on this map, it looks like, yes, an average of 16.4. So the weather, peak wind timing. Nothing super interesting. Nothing crazy, no crazy plays going on. We do have a scout. Looks like it's going to be found immediately, so it won't be doing any crucial damage. We got 3 scouts coming out for Schult. Mask them up a little bit before sending them across. Other than that, nothing too crazy. We didn't go over what they have. They got 1 vehicles. They got 2 vehicles. They got 3 vehicles. And they got 1 bot. Now, I think this is the smarter play. On a flatter map like this, you don't really need the bots. The bots aren't insane. The metal is okay. If I remember, they were like 2 something? 2.1. 2.1 is good. It's right up there in the solid. You know, not crazy, but solid. And again, I cannot stress it enough. Like, the map being flat really favors vehicles. So far, I don't want to call it too early. Team Blue, looking pretty good. And we're starting off with some blitzes. After, looks like 2 scouts because he sent 1 across. And Wild Sparrow says, you know what I need? Wind. And that's what he's getting. Now, I don't know if he's going to build these turrets after all of these. If that is the case, it might be just a little bit late. You know, that's just my opinion. What do I know? No other fun cues going on. Doesn't seem like. Everybody being a little bit more moderate with their cues, except this guy. Bunch of... wait. I wish I knew what that was. I think that's storage. Or is that solar? That's probably solar, and there we go. I'm just going to go ahead and show my noobness as well, but that's alright. Schult pushing out pretty far. I like it. I like what I see. Tenacious also pushing out. Sparrow pushing out with his units, but not actually building anything yet. Definitely wants to get a builder out there sometime soon. Get those metal secured as soon as possible. Sir William says, you know what? Actually, a turret right here would be fantastic. What happened to this guy? I missed it. Did Pink dive in? Tenacious. Very, very slippery. Gonna dive right in there and get a metal extractor. He's gonna see these blitzes coming up, and now that is not good for Tenacious. He is not ready. Yeah, he is not ready by any means for this. And he's actually, Contraption is gonna dive past here. This could be dangerous. Tenacious is gonna take a big hit. He does have the armed extractor and more turrets here, so it actually won't be too much damage anytime soon, but that's alright. We're gonna go look up here now. Got some more blitzes going up against the grunts. A lot of grunts here for Adibulus. Pushing out pretty far. Has quite a few mexes already. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, mexes are metal extractors, alright? If you're new like me and you have no idea what mex means, it's the metal extractor, one of the two very important resources in this game. And if we go ahead and look at Redibulus, he's doing pretty good on both fronts. A lot of grunts going out. Or, yeah, grunts coming out for this guy. Gonna build some construction turrets, speed up his production a little bit more. On the other side of things, looks like everybody's base is coming along pretty well. Alex Clark being a little slow on the energy production. If we look at him, he's fine on energy. Ignore me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Gonna build another mech up here. Has a very solid position. Already looks pretty good. We got a bit of a fight going down here between Schultz and Redibulus. Yeah, see, vehicles are just going to annihilate. It may have looked crazy because Redibulus had so many grunts, but the vehicles are just so much stronger. If we look, 695 health versus 290. Range, 240. Okay, these are a little bit less range, but you know. Triple the health. Definitely makes up for it. Redibulus does snag up the metal, though. Very aggressive. I don't think Schultz really knows that. I mean, the laser tower does hold him back a little bit. Perhaps playing a bit too scared, though, in my humble opinion, because this will absolutely annihilate those grunts. However, Redibulus doing very well with the cat and mouse, keeping the range. Actually, there we go. We just talked about it. The range advantage is being played very well by Redibulus. Splendid. You love to see it. And Schultz going to lose all of these. Now he's going to do his classic move of diving for the economy, but it does not look like it's going to bear any fruit. Down at the bottom, Sir William being pushed a little bit. We got some pounders, some riot tanks. We got a brute. We just got a little bit of everything going on over here for Tenacious. We got the constructor coming out here, saying hello to his brother. Perhaps they have a job coming to them soon. Tenacious. Oh, they're quadruplets. I did not realize. Okay, beautiful. Now, what is he going to do with these? Builds the armed extractor, and yes, the heavy laser tower coming out. Now, this is really good because they outrange the light laser towers, which he already has an artillery doing pretty good work. A fine little Wolverine shot there. Got the variety pack going on with his units. Beautiful. A little bit of everything. Sprinkle it all in there. Now, Contraption could easily have dived, could have dove onto this and completely annihilated his position and really helped out Sir William. But the tower is up now, and it looks a little rough for William. William going to be held back for a little bit. Not sure he knows his situation. Does not need to be building anti-air. Gonna build anti-air anyway. And we have these solar... Yeah, see, what are these? Oh, these are advanced solar collectors. Okay. Gotcha. Doing really good on the energy. Tenacious. And gonna build a counter radar. Gonna build a regular radar. And he is gonna start pushing this advantage. Moving the artillery up right now would be a great idea. He could already get some shots off on these. Oh, and William, if he gets the time to build this, it could be good. But that's enough attention here. Let's go somewhere else. Redibulus and Schultz still at it. Redibulus bringing in the thugs and the rocket boys, the aggravators. But Schultz doing a good job keeping him at bay. Alex Clark playing a tower defense. Is not messing around with this position. Now, one artillery could destroy this all. But that is theoretical and not something Alex Clark deals with. He deals in absolutes. Not hypotheticals. Not what if. Not, planning ahead. Right now, these counter all of this. However, we do have an artillery coming down, which it will completely ruin his position. And we'll come back to that and deal with it when we get there. Burn that bridge when we arrive. Contraption. Also a fan of laser towers. Wow, and Wild Sparrow. Big fan of big laser towers. And a very nice little satisfying outpost we're going to have here in probably about 30 minutes. Whenever that's done building. Alright, let's see. Sir William getting pushed back. Yeah, the artillery went up for whatever this dude's name is first. Tenacious. And that is just unfortunate. Building yet another builder out of his tier 2 bots. He went for tier 2 a little bit too early without having any support on the ground. Contraption says, not my problem. It's about to be his problem. And maybe that'll get him to react. But at the moment, he is preoccupied. Yeah, I'm going to notice now. Because that is looking tasty for Tenacious. Yep. This could be disastrous. If he gets a nice little chain reaction going here. Now, 2 windmills is the perfect volume of windmills. If you do 3, that will get a chain reaction going. If you do 2, chain reaction can't happen with windmills alone. Oh, it's 3 more. Definitely not good for Contraption. This definitely became his problem way quicker, which is kind of hilarious because Sir William had absolutely nothing to protect himself and would have been wiped from the map if Tenacious had gone that direction. Luckily for him, Contraption had aggro, and a huge fight going down over here for Redibulus, and Redibulus goes down. That did take a lot of Alex Clark's army. Skeever Slayer going to see this. Redibulus not happy. And this could be the dive for the calm. I don't think it's going to be enough. Beautiful hold by Alex Clark. And that may have looked like a lot for Skeever. It kind of was. But they were super cheap units. Super cheap pawns. It's not a big deal that he threw all of that away. And what is a big deal is getting this artillery up. Because if we go to look at the range on that, if he built a radar, if that is something in his near future, he could lay waste to Alex Clark's front line here. Which would have been smart to do before sending in the pawns. However, Skeever doesn't deal with radars. Those are cheap. He fights like a man. If he can't see them, then he's not shooting at them. He will go head first. We got a huge dive for Shulk, and this is Redibulus, completely out of the game. He has a no, he doesn't even have a constructor. He is slowly chasing this army, and this could be a game-winning dive by Shulk. Excuse me. Wow. Redibulus out of the game. Sparrow out of the game. And this is Shulk. This is what he does. He makes the wild dives, and it works from time to time. And that will most likely be a game-winning position for them. Especially, still getting damage. And with Redibulus leaving, his army will probably not find the rest of the damage he needs. This one stout gonna get way too much damage done. And that is unfortunate. That is how fast it can go downhill for a team. This now being Sparrow's army, Sparrow not being in the game anymore, makes it a little awkward for the red team here. And yeah, unfortunately this one stout is the most interesting thing on the map at the moment. Going to get way too much done. Oh no, it's a disaster for Tenacious. Poor guy. Was having a really good go of things at the front. And all it takes is one little weakness on the side. You think you're good. You think you have teammates in between you and the enemy. And it is just not always the case. Skeever Slayer going to acknowledge this and build a wall of artillery. Probably in about 45 minutes, that wall will be finished. So if he can hold them off for that time, his economy will be safe. However, it only takes like three of these windmills, and all of the rest will blow up. Very, very fragile. In the back there, don't know. Oh, mines. Right. Never see these. Got some mines going down there, and Sir William gonna use this opportunity to break out. Attempt to. Heavy laser towers are good. Very good. And with the radar, I mean, yeah, no chance for him. That's okay. He tried. He did good. Schultz with a good army. Now, I think the problem was Redibulus was just not keeping up with the he thought he had a lot of bots and that was gonna do it. Bots are just they're more intimidating. You know, they're like a Kardashian. On the outside, they look great, but then once you get through that, not a lot going on, and that is what happened with Redibulus. And that is what's going to happen to the rest of his team. Well, that looks like it's gonna be game. Very quick one. Definitely gonna do another one after this. But sheesh, kind of fun. All right. Hope to see y'all again. Hope y'all enjoyed. Goodbye.